Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do my first colorist tag. It was created by Jojo's Colouring Nook and I've seen it going around and I thought I might give it a go, and while I'm doing that I'm just going to continue working on this Kirby Roseanne's page from Wonder Morphia, and I guess talk a little bit about my journey into adult colouring and what I have done and things like that. So the first question, I'm just using a silver gel pen. First question is my first colouring book. So I got into adult colouring, would have to be, you know, to put a time on it, I'm not too sure, but it was about easily 7 years ago, was when I bought my first colouring book. And I remember getting it and then convincing other people in my family and my friend circle to have a go at colouring as well, just for, you know, that mind relaxation as well as keeping your mind stimulated. So yeah, so my first colouring book is this one. It was Fabulous Flowers, The Gift of Colouring for Grown-Ups, and it was by Michael Amara Books. So that was my first colouring book that I bought for myself. But yeah, like I said, that would have to be easily 7 or so years ago. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and then do this. It's not as easy as it seems. Okay, my first supply. So my first supply that I got was the DeWint Academy 12 colour pencils. And I thought I was so good going in and getting, you know, a little bit better than the normal ones. My little 12 pack here of coloured pencils. And that is what I used first. Those coloured pencils I'm actually going to give to my daughter for school next year, because I never use them anymore, which I guess leads into the first question number 3, which is the first non-budget set of coloured pencils that I bought. So, you know, like all of us in, I guess, that early stages of when you're getting into the colouring and you want to get more decent coloured pencils, and I was starting to draw as an art as well, I went and got the Prismacolors, and I went and bought I believe it was the 24 set. Now that has nowhere near enough colours for what I wanted to do, so it wasn't too long after that I just went and I started getting some open stocks of them, and then it was ridiculous and I bought the whole 150 set. So that was my first non-budget. Intermixed with those, the Prismacolors, I was getting some Polychromos open stock and things like that as well. Then my first hardcover book is question number 4. I don't have any hardcover colouring books, so that one's an easy one, hardback cover. All of mine are soft cover. There's a couple that I might get at some point. It's just they're expensive to get here in Australia, and I probably will at some point, but others catch my eye first, and I tend to buy a lot of PDF versions of the books that come out as well, because it's just easier. But I wouldn't mind getting either like the Hannah Carlson or the Clara Makova. Some of those I'm sure at some point I will bring into my collection. Number 5, my first buddy colour was with Jenny from Rainy Day Colouring, and that was only recently. I've only recently kind of fell into the world of this colour tube. It's a rabbit hole I've fallen down, and I'm not sure if I want to get back out, but it's definitely been fun and interesting to fall into. But yeah, so Jenny was my first buddy colour. And then my first colour tube channel. So how did it all start? As per normal, you know, recommendations, I generally watch a lot of makeup videos, and I'd started in my art journey, so I was watching a lot of painting videos and drawing videos. And then one day this recommended one come up from Zucchini Kitty, and that is where I found myself. So I started there, and then next minute another recommendation and another recommendation, and before I knew it, I had, yeah, fallen down the rabbit hole, like I said. And it was definitely an enjoyable journey. But yeah, Zucchini Kitty was my first channel. First page I ever coloured. It's kind of embarrassing to show this. I look back now and just think, really? But I'm going to show it. This is with my set of 12 DeWint Academies, and here it is in Fabulous Flowers. This was the first page I ever coloured in an adult colouring book. And I look at it now and, yep. But, you know, we all have a journey and we all have growth, and that was my first. It's nice to look at it now and kind of go, where has your art taken you, and all of those kinds of things, and where can you go? I learn something new each page I colour, which is, I guess, you know, everyone's goal is to develop and, you know, become better at whatever they're focused on. And I tend to be that kind of person. I'm quite obsessive when I'm into something, and it will consume my thoughts and my dreams and my pocket when I'm buying stuff and things like that. And it was probably a general flow on from doing makeup, colour theory, blending, all of that. It all easily stems from the same, I guess, background. All right, my first portrait. To colour in a portrait, I've drawn a lot of portraits in the last 12 months or so, but my first colour in one was a Mariola Budek one. And, you know, it's still a learning curve, I guess, of doing that and figuring out where to put the shading and all of that. But again, like I said, I think the makeup background certainly helps with that, because you have to do that, obviously, applying makeup. My first grayscale, was from I think a Jade Summer book. One of the grayscale books. I think it was Light and Dark Fantasy. I think. Or it could have been a PDF. That one, I'm actually not too sure what my first one was. And my first ever completed book. That's hilarious. No. I'm lucky. I think I've got more books without any pages even done in them, let alone being close to having completed a colouring book. And I think most of us would probably be in that position of just, yeah, no. Certainly, whilst it would be great to have completed a book, I certainly have not. Maybe one day. Have to stop buying books and, you know, wanting to do new things before that ever has a chance of happening. But yeah. And then the bonus question is your first colouring tag. And I thought it was, you know, it said a lot, but this is actually my first colouring tag. So this is the first one I've participated in, and I thought it was the one to actually do. There's been a few pop up recently that I've, you know, I'm considering participating in and doing, but this one seemed the right one to do because it's all about firsts, and this is my first colouring tag. So I think most people have been tagged by now. If you haven't and you're watching this, go ahead and do it. I wasn't tagged by anyone. I'm certainly only new to the colouring world of YouTube, so I didn't expect anyone to tag me, but I just tagged myself, and I encourage you to do so also. And I guess that is it. I'm going to continue with my lining of all of this bat wings, which I think is, I'm going to be here for days, feels like. And hopefully you will see this completed page, which is actually another buddy colour. So I am doing a buddy colour with someone. So hopefully you will see this page pop up in my completed pages, hopefully at the end of the month, if not the month after. And yes, that is my my first colouring tag all done. As always, remember to subscribe, like, comment, all of those kinds of good things, and to be kind, be strong, and be a warrior. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.